Welcome to the past, kids. We got the hot beats flowing. My name is Turtle. This is OG Constant. We got producer Obi-Ron behind the camera. What's going on?
Aloha.
We here at the pass, for argument's sake, because we all have different opinions, we all have different takes on it, are picking our best quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and defenses. So today we're talking about our best running backs.
Who is my number one running back for the NFL this year? And who would I pick as my first running back in fantasy football?
Yeah.
I'm going to start with fantasy football first, and I'm going to go with Shady McCoy. Shady is just a points machine, and I would probably scoop him up first. I could think of some other guys, but definitely Shady McCoy. Number one running back, that's going to be tough because I had high hopes for Bell, but considering the suspension.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out on a line and say Matt Forte is going to end up being this season's top running back.
Interesting.
Okay,
really?
no, wait, I'm
All
sorry.
right, no, it's been said.
It's said.
It's
set
been
in stone,
said.
sir.
Okay, well, I'll ride with Matt Forte, but really, I'm thinking AP.
He's up there. He's top 5.
No,
Yeah.
I'll stick with Forte just because I think the Bears are going to crank it on offense, but then I start thinking about AP. But I'll go with my choice.
All right,
Absolutely. Obi-Ron, who do you think?
For me, there's no question, which is really not fair because running backs are super competitive.
Yeah.
But I think you got to look to Kansas City. I think Jamaal Charles
Okay.
is going to be the running back this year. I mean, KC's got to have a running game to be successful, and they proved last year they can be real successful with it. And I think, so now you're just talking about picking stats between a couple of guys, McCoy and everyone else you mentioned. I'm gonna go with Jamaal
For fantasy too, huh?
for fantasy too. He'd be my first
wow.
pick. He'd be my first pick because he's going to run that ball in the end zone for that team every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 7
true.
points or more, probably 14 every week.
That's true.
Yeah, okay.
For me,
Plus yards. Guy puts up yards. So
very true.
yeah, I'm gonna yeah.
Okay. For me, overall, NFL, Shady McCoy.
Yeah.
It's his year. He's got it. He pumped in, over 1,600 yards last season. And the kid's he's going to be in beast mode this year. And, of course, there's a lot of people out there that you can pick. But for fantasy, I'm going to go out on a little limb here. So I think it's a sleeper hit. I think it's a sleeper.
We got
Definitely
a
in the top 10, but Zach Stacy from the Rams.
Ooh.
I think he's going to put in some overdrive work because they're going to have to rely heavily now that Sam Bradford's out.
You know what? That's my only issue with both of you guys' pick. Well, fantasy, you're saying?
Fantasy, Zach Stacy.
Fantasy,
yeah. Just because it's a sleeper.
Okay.
Obviously, everyone would go with Adrian Peterson and Shady McCoy, but for sleeper reasons only, I would pick Zach Stacy.
I think he's going to get you yards. I don't know if he's going to get you touchdowns.
That's exactly why I wouldn't go anywhere near him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The only thing I have against Jamaal Charles is when Kansas City can't muster up a passing game, you're going to all 11 guys know where it's going.
It wasn't a problem last year.
Well, I know, but I'm saying I think they mustered up a nice passing game. I want to see if they can. It's a good. He was not on my radar. Damn it, that's yeah.
But I find it funny that none of us picked Adrian Peterson, who's typically the overall number one.
He's number 2, number 3 for me. He's right there.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not taking anything away from him, but it's just interesting that I think people are now starting to get away from the AP beast mode. It's like there's some other people, and as you said, they're very competitive. So there's other people who are gonna. But for me, it's Shady McCoy.
I think Minnesota is getting away
year,
from
man.
AP, not in the sense like they're trying to get rid of him, but they're trying to broaden their offense, which is why AP was like, I'll do special teams, whatever. I just want the ball.
Yeah.
So it's a very interesting point you pointed out. So guys, again, tell us what you think. Leave your comments under the video. Hit us up on our social media. Tell us who you think should be the number one running back in the NFL and who should be your number one running back picked in fantasy football. Interested to see what you guys say. Catch you on the next pass.
Don't break your bong, bitch.
Don't kiss her. She's got a mustache.
Or do. Cause some sparks. Maybe some fire will burn.
Could be.
Wink. Jamming to the What by Notorious B.I.G. and Method Man off his Ready to Die album, which most people don't realize that's a concept album. Listen to it from beginning to end. Brilliant.
Oh, that album was great.